What were you looking for in your cup?
Hair or something.
Ew. Oh, on the bottom of it. Thought you meant in your cup. Hello. Yeah, I think I got it right. Hello, people.
What?
I'm really just talking to the playback people because nobody's in here yet.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Do you think that thing's accurate? The top left?
Maybe not. Maybe not. So if you're on here and we can't see you, then please say hey and tell us where you're from if we don't know you personally already. And we will just do a Q&A-ish sort of live stream tonight. So if you have any questions for us, then feel free to pop them in the chat box and we will answer them as they come in.
Maybe you can ask me questions.
Okay. Let me think of something real quick. You just spring that on me. I don't know what to ask you. Okay. Well, until we have some, let's talk about what we've done this week.
Okay. So what did you do this week?
No, I'm asking you questions.
Oh.
So what did you do this week?
Well, pretty much the, what are you doing?
Turning the volume up, just in case they can't hear us.
Oh. Does that control those people?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Stop
I'm just
messing with stuff.
yes, I'm just gonna. I think we're good.
Okay.
So go ahead and tell us what you did this week.
I went to work.
No, but okay, on the farm or today or what do you want to talk about?
What did we do? What did I do during the week? Anything?
On the farm?
Yeah. I can't remember.
You were gone a lot this week and last week, so I don't know what you did this week.
I don't think I've done anything. Yeah, we did. First of the week, we planted some stuff. We planted some stuff in the garden, lettuce and things. Didn't we?
Yeah, I think that was the first of the week. It's been a long week.
Yeah, it was just lettuce.
It's been such a long week this week.
Yeah. Today was fun, though.
Yeah, we got to, well, he got to play a little bit today. And the kids, just, not like, not working, like you got to do fun stuff today.
Yep.
Hi. We're doing good. How are y'all? Yes, if you're on here, please tell us you're on here and, say hey in the chat and where you're from so we can get acquainted. And you're free to ask us any questions. We're just kind of chit-chatting about our weeks and our day. So what did you do today with the kids while I was gone?
Well, we busted the beaver dam again.
Did you?
Yeah. And fixed the fence down below the pond.
Okay.
And we planted potatoes. And we trimmed the sheep's hooves.
Y'all had and went fishing. And caught fish.
And we went fishing. Yeah.
And cleaned fish.
Yeah.
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 Did you do anything with the water?
I taught our kids how to fish and clean their own fish.
Yeah, I got pictures. I'm going to post some pictures on Instagram of the girls. Well, I think I already did in our stories, but I'm going to post a picture tonight of the girls out there cleaning fish. He has made them regular country girls for sure. They didn't care. They're out there just, one of them didn't even have a, what do you call the thing?
Scaler.
A scaler. She was out there doing it with her fingernails. Yeah. So she didn't care.
Oh, they had a good time.
Oh, hi, Jason and Lorraine, or just Jason, maybe, possibly, I don't know. Johnny's is from upstate New York. Cool. Glad to have you here. And Johnny, another Johnny, from Winston-Salem, so not too far away.
Yeah.
And then Reggie's here saying, we busted the beaver dam again. Yeah, that's a problem.
I'll have to do it again tomorrow.
It's insane.
Yeah. Those beavers are some workers.
They are workers. Like, I only posted one video this week. I think it was this week. I think I did it on Sunday, and it was of the tree cutting video. But I really wanted to do our beaver dam video. So I'm going to work on that one tomorrow to post. But they are some workers. We were going around admiring their work and just talking about, I wish like people were more like the beavers, because I mean, we could take a lesson from them. They are hard workers for sure.
Yeah.
They are not discouraged. They persevere.
Yeah,
like that's like, right. I mean, they go down there and bust that thing up every day, every other day or something. And they just go right back at it because they're like, no, we're protecting our home. This is,
and it's usually bigger like the next day.
Like, take that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you going to trap the beavers come winter?
Probably not. I'll just let them do their thing.
Well, just, keep bashing their dreams.
Yeah.
And
I don't mind them being down there. I actually like that they're cutting down some of the brushy trees and stuff, because it keeps all the trees shorter, so the goats and the sheep can have some things to browse. So I don't mind them being down there. They've cut down a bunch of trees.
Yeah, but he is on a mission to drain our pond. Yeah. Is why he keeps busting the dam that they're making. So
yeah, I would really love to drain the pond out so that it can dry out, and at some point maybe hire someone to take a loader and get the dirt out of the pond and bring it back up to the fields. So that's the plan.
And there are other bodies of water around here. It's not like we're like kicking them out and they have nowhere to go. There are lots of other bodies of water There's
ponds everywhere.
Yeah. They can take up residency somewhere else. But
I was thinking today, I've never seen a beaver in that pond up there that we always go fishing at.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen beavers up there.
Wonder why.
I don't know.
I guess beavers eat fish and stuff, right?
Just trees.
That's it?
Yeah.
They don't eat fish at all. Mm-hmm. That is really strange. Don't you think that's strange?
A little bit, I guess.
I would just assume. Oh, Jason said he's not ever seen a beaver in real life. I don't know if I think I've seen one that was hit on the road.
Yeah, they're massive.
They are big, but I don't think oh yeah, I saw one swimming before
we saw one at the river.
Yes, that's the one I saw.
Carl.
I named him. His name was Carl. He looked like a Carl.
Yeah.
He did. I still think about him.
He did look
and
like Carl.
He did look like a Carl.
From Family Matters or something.
Yes! TGIF. That's what I'm saying. What was his name? Carl. I had it right here. Winslow. Carl Winslow. That's exactly what that beaver looked like. Carl Winslow. TGIF.
Oh.
Reggie, you won't get it. You're too young.
Yeah.
But that's what he looked like. His name was Carl. But
I can't believe I remembered his last name.
I can.
Winslow.
You remember stuff like that.
Yeah. Got that from my papa.
He remembered everything, didn't he?
Yeah.
Details.
Yeah, he used to remember numbers.
Like dollars and down to the cent of what was exchanged at some point in his life. Like he remembers.
Yeah, he remembered what he paid for something 50 years ago. Yeah.
I can't remember yesterday. Mike and I once held a baby beaver while out kayaking.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Oh, I bet a baby's cute.
Didn't you found a baby turtle today?
Yes, she did. Baby box turtle. It was about the size of a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Was that cute or what? All right, cutie. Bedtime. Stop. Go. Oh goodness, these kids. So yes, that was your day. You have fun with the kids. I got together with some girlfriends from college. That was fun. And yeah, still doing Whole30. Took a little break yesterday because we went on a date, and our favorite. Well, I say our favorite, but I know it's my favorite like thing to do for date night that's fairly cheap is we go and get a couple appetizers or an appetizer and a couple of like little salads at a local like kind of farm to table restaurant here. Or wouldn't you call it like, I mean, they use local food. And it's really good. We got the baked brie, which we always get. That's like my favorite. That's what I always want to go for. And that's not Whole30 approved. So, but it was delicious and I loved it. And I'm back on Whole30 again today. So I only got a week left.
Yeah.
But it's been good. It's I've had lots of questions about it. Why are you doing it? What is it? What can you eat? What can you not eat? And you can't eat dairy, sugar, grains. Those are the main things you're not supposed to eat. But it's those are inflammatory foods anyway. We know sugar is horrible for us. Jason always impresses me with his no sugar diet whatsoever. And I've got some friends that don't do sugar either. But Whole30 is like no natural sugar either. Well, except for in fruit. You can have some fruit, but in moderation. But they don't want you to have maple syrup or honey or anything like that. And I miss my honey. I miss the honey in the coffee, and I really do. But only one more week, so I'm gonna add back in those natural sugars. But really, honestly, I think this has taught me that I can do this like without sugar. I'm capable of not eating a dessert with every meal or whatever. Just you get into these habits, and then like our daughter, our oldest, she loves to bake, so she wakes up in the morning thinking like, what can I bake today? And so she is always making something delicious, and it's just hard if there's stuff sitting on the counter. It's hard not to walk by and just grab one, but this has really taught me to think about what I'm eating, and especially the sugar. I think I feel so much better without it. The dairy also has done wonders for me, because I already knew that dairy was an inflammatory food, especially for me. So I'm hoping when we start milking our goats that the goat milk, the raw milk, I'll be able to tolerate that better, and it won't like make me feel yucky. So that's what we're hoping, anyways, for all of us. So, what else? I'm gonna do our beaver dam video. I'm gonna work on that tomorrow and hopefully get it posted tomorrow.
So what have you all been doing today?
Yeah. Saturday.
Yeah. Sydney said, I just love Saturdays. That's what she said today several times.
That's good. We've got baby bunnies. So I'm sure they played with those a little bit today, didn't they? Mm-hmm. If you saw our Instagram picture I posted yesterday, we had one of the baby bunnies in a lineup with some other little toy bunnies that they have around here, and they all look like toy bunnies. They're just so cute. But they're meat rabbits, so we can't like get really attached to them. Mm-hmm. Hi, how are you? So,
does that say happy or hoppy?
Hoppy. Hoppy.
Hoppy.
Yeah. If you have a question, let us know. But I had some things I was going to ask, and then I can't remember them now.
Ask me or ask them?
Ask you to answer in front of everybody.
Fire away.
I don't remember them. What number are you? Have you read enough in your book?
No. I mean, I think I'm a 1.
Okay.
But I don't know yet.
Well, he's been reading the Enneagram book, the The Road Back to You. That's what it's called.
Mhm.
And I haven't read it yet, but we kind of sort of believe that I'm a 6 just from the descriptions, and he's a 1. And he's been able to kind of figure out some people in his life, what they are already.
Mhm.
But it's really cool. I'm excited
Yeah.
to get to, to know myself and understand, I guess, why I think the way I think about things, how I perceive things, and also other people. So, Jason says, have you started seeds yet?
Yeah, we started quite a few. We started pretty much everything that I'm going to start in a cold frame. So we have broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower. I can't remember what else and that type stuff. And then this past weekend, we started tomatoes, peppers, some watermelons, and cantaloupes. And that's pretty much it. And then we've direct sown onions and turnips, beets, lettuce, sweet peas, or like, is that what they're called? Sweet peas?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So they'll be transferred probably in about the second week of April, I would assume. Second or third week of April. At least the tomatoes and peppers. Because I have a feeling we're going to get some cold weather again. We are in Zone 7, Central North Carolina.
Where are y'all? I can't remember. Hoppy Sabbath. So they explain why they're.
Yeah.
Because they love rabbits, and Sabbath because they observe the Sabbath. So, yep, that's cool.
Yep, we all need a day of rest.
Yes. I remember that blog post I did when we were at the old house about the Sabbath. Remember? Do you remember that?
Mm-mm.
Hi, Homemade Home.
What did it say?
We're doing good. How are you doing? Oh, it was just talking about, okay. They're in 6A Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
It was talking about how busy we are as a culture and how if we don't make ourselves observe a Sabbath, then we just won't. We'll just keep going.
Yeah.
And
it's true.
So anyways, how much I enjoy just like that's the one time, the one day of the week when, and it's different. It's a little bit different now, but when I did this blog post several years ago, it was I just treasured that day, because that's the day that we actually talked to each other. We weren't distracted by everything. We'd sit on the porch and watch the kids play, and we just talked to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Oh, wish I had a homestead. Oh, are you looking towards getting a homestead? God made it for us to rest in Him and refresh. Yes, we agree. That's true. And really, like that's kind of where I've been lately, is just resting in Him. Like, what does that mean? And how can we achieve that kind of rest, even in the busyness, even in the chaos? I mean, there definitely needs to be downtime for sure when you're not in the midst of it. But I know resting in Him is very much about, even in the midst of all that, being able to find peace and rest in Him. So that's kind of where I've been thinking lately too.
Yeah, because I mean, we believe that He is our Sabbath.
Right.
Was that verse that? It was probably when you wrote that blog post. I think it's. Is it in Hebrews or is it Romans? Romans 5:5 or Hebrews 5:5?
Let's just look.
Something about to the one who works.
Oh, Romans. It is Romans, I believe.
Romans 5 something.
Mm-hmm. I got this little itty bitty tiny Bible. It's called a pocket. I think it's called a pocket Bible. But it's so little. I just got it this weekend, so I can't even turn the pages really because I haven't really looked through it yet.
It's 5 something.
Is it?
I can't remember.
Gosh, that's gonna drive me crazy.
Yeah.
Man, you think it was chapter 5 or verse 5?
I don't remember. Something about the one who works, his reward is due him.
Right.
Something.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Doesn't work. It's counted as righteousness or something like that.
Okay, here it is.
4:5.
4:4 and 5.
Gotcha.
So Romans 4:4 says, "Now to the one who works, his wages are not counted as a gift, but as his due. And to the one who does not work, but believes in him who justifies the ungodly, his faith is counted as righteousness." Just as David also speaks of the blessing of the one to whom God counts righteousness apart from works. And then goes on to say, "Blessed are those whose lawless deeds are forgiven and whose sins are covered. Blessed is the man against whom the Lord will not count his sin." That's the one you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a time when, did I have a dream about that verse?
Yeah.
I think I did too. And it was a time where I was really struggling, and I was really working hard I think I was working hard for righteousness. I was just working at it, Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Legs cramped up.
I'm sorry, headache. He's like, I gotta stand up while you're talking. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even look up to see that you said Romans. Jesus slept in the storm when everyone else thought they were about to die. Yes. And that's okay. Take care of that baby. Yeah, so kind of going off from this that we were just talking about, I kind of went rogue on my email list this week, and it was such a blessing. I mean, we're believers, obviously, and it's okay if people follow us and people are on my email list that are not. That's perfectly fine. I mean, we love everybody, but this week was particularly hard for me. The last couple weeks have been kind of hard, but this week has been hard. And just if you ever have those weeks where you just kind of feel like you're drowning a little bit and you don't know how you're going to get your head above the water, that's kind of where I was this week. And I was just down. I was just down and depressed. And anyways, I was sharing some scripture that had really spoken to me. And I never do this, but our email list usually is, our weekly email, our newsletter is usually, this t-shirt has been restocked. We're doing a sale on this. We have these speaking engagements coming up. We have these events that we're going to do. Come see us. I mean, that's pretty much, it's just a newsletter. It's more about what's going on with our business. Occasionally I'll do an email that is kind of personal, that's about us, like, how we met, why we started Farm Life Outfitters and that kind of thing. But those are very rare. But this week, because I was in the midst of this, I would say kind of depression, it was rough. I was just sludging through every day, just trying to pick myself up off the couch, basically. And when the Lord spoke to me with this particular scripture, then I was like, I have to share this because this really spoke to me today. It's going to speak to somebody else. I know it is. And I know he wants me to share it. And so I just kind of went rogue on my newsletter and just shared my heart. It had nothing to do with Farm Life Outfitters. It just had to do with me and what was going on in my life. And y'all, I have been overwhelmed. I was just before we came on here, I was still reading emails. And then when we went live, I saw another email pop up in response to that email that I sent out, and I could cry talking about it. But I'm going to cry. So people are just so hungry for hope. And they look for hope in so many different places. And when I can have just a teeny part in his big plan, you know, why we started the business, I don't know. But it seems like it's this. You know, now it's kind of manifesting in a ministry. And I'm trying not to cry anymore. And so we want to be very careful. We want to be very we want to be good stewards of our platform that we've been given. And I followed his direction this week and sent that email out, and I have been blessed just tenfold by that. So, you know, not to say that I will do a scriptural, you know, newsletter every single week, but I have never ever gotten responses to our newsletter like I did this week, and so that just really encouraged me. Anytime on our YouTube channel, anytime that I just sit down and I'm real and I'm like sharing my heart, talking about where I've been, where the Lord's brought me, and that kind of thing, those are the videos that people talk about months later. They're the ones that, you know, they'll comment on a new video and say, I love all your videos, but I especially love that one that you did where you were talking about your struggles with this. And I think, you know, Instagram, Facebook, even YouTube has made us feel like we're the only ones who struggle with things, because people are putting their highlight reels up there for all to see and not the real nitty gritty of everyday life and struggles and depression and, you know, heartache or whatever. And so when they see someone being real with them, then they trust you. I mean, they're just like, oh, well, finally we found someone who's willing to bear their heart. And and that encourages them, and it encourages me when they, you know, when I get good feedback from that. So yep. So anyways, I wasn't planning on crying on our live tonight at all. But yeah, so that's just blessed me after the week that I had, just to be getting all of this feedback, man, and people asking for prayer for certain things and everything. That's just been awesome. So, yep. You got anything to talk about?
I was just thinking, where's Colorado Springs? Is it near Denver?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with.
Is that where Tracy and Ryan live?
They're in Denver. Mm-hmm.
Because we now have a team, service team in Denver now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, can we go?
I don't know.
Anytime he talks about work, like
Yeah.
where he's got people in the country, I'm like, oh, can we go there, please?
Nope.
And he doesn't like to travel, so we probably talked about this before on here, but yeah, he doesn't like to travel. I love to travel. I love to go places, and we don't travel a whole lot. He does for work, but we don't as a family. But we get to tag along with him sometimes, so so that's fun for us because we get to see new places. But 2 hours south of Denver. Oh,
that's close.
Well, if we go, then I will make sure I tell you we're coming that way.
Yeah.
So that would be awesome. I love meeting people.
Yeah.
That's how.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Yeah. I've always wanted to go to Colorado. It's beautiful from the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've flown over that area.
Yeah.
On the way to Seattle.
Yeah. He really likes Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been there either. I would like to go to Seattle. Check it out.
It was a nice area. It was really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to Miami before long with him on a work trip. That'll be fun and hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to go anywhere really. But
and I just want to stay here.
I know. And when you have a farm,
I don't want to leave the house.
When you have a farm or a homestead, it's so hard to leave anyways because you have a lot of responsibility. So that's a hard part.
Who's going to do the chores?
Have you talked to anybody?
Yeah.
Okay. We have friends and we have neighbors and we have people that are really good. They look out for, if we're out of town, they look out for our place. Anytime someone drives in the driveway they don't know, they're always like calling us. So, that kind of thing.
We all work together around here.
Yeah, it's nice. But yeah.
Our neighbors are giving us all their roosters. Did you know that? The lady down the road came today and said, I've got a rooster pinned up for you.
We're just becoming known as the people that take people's roosters away from them. Okay.
We stood out there and talked about gardening for 20 minutes.
Did you?
She couldn't figure out what I was doing out there with all the tarps.
Okay. Yeah. Someone the other day, we had on, Travis was watering the stuff that we had just planted, but he was standing on a tarp while he was doing it. And someone on Instagram said she thought that he was making a slip and slide.
Yeah.
And it does kind of look like a slip and slide.
Mm-hmm. I have to do that when I'm through with the tarps.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why Sydney was asking you for a tarp this week. Mm-hmm. She was trying to make one. But we had a neighbor let us borrow his roosters, and they kept flying back to his house.
Yeah.
They were like traumatized.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. I like those. I like those roosters.
They're
but
Dominics or Dominic.
Yeah.
Everybody says Dominicker. I don't think it has an R on it. Dominics.
Yeah. They're black and white.
Yeah.
But
their combs are funny.
Are they?
They're flat. They're like weird looking.
Oh, I haven't got that close to them, but I see them. They are out in the pasture with the other chickens, and they'll start out over here with everybody, and then throughout the day you'll see them try to make their way back to their house, their original house, and they'll get as close as they can to that side of the pasture, and then I guess they just fly over at some point, get enough nerve to fly over.
Dark. They're like, oh, I didn't know I could do that.
So, anyways, do you have anything coming up this week that you're gonna work on, or you're making a tool shed near the garden now?
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Repurposing a chicken coop.
Yeah.
I made a little hoop house with a cattle panel and basically a tarp, and going to repurpose it into a garden tool shed.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Have everything just right there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not having to walk the length of the property just to get something and come back, or, get the 4-wheeler and go back and forth or whatever. But
I walked 8 miles today, according to my iPhone.
Yeah. Did you have your phone on you the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we were over there working on the water line in the pasture. There's a lot of walking over there.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised the kids are still awake. They've been outside all day, got all that vitamin D. They should be like zonked out now, but back there, well, Travis is.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good sleeper. He loves it. He's like me. He's like, 8 o'clock. Peace out, everybody. Time to go to bed.
That's the best. Free ranging animals.
Yeah.
Unless you have a garden, and then you have to keep them contained.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Luckily, our chickens stay in the poultry netting.
Yeah.
If they didn't, then I don't know if we would have so many.
Yeah. That's true. Because it's really frustrating going out there to sow seed and then they all get eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We free range everything. We let our pigs out in the fall and they clean up the yard. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Except the rabbits. I haven't done that yet, but I want to figure that out. How do you keep your rabbits, like, are they enclosed at all? Do they have any kind of enclosure? I've got a pin that I'm going to pull around the yard for the rabbits.
What do you call those little things that we were moving them in?
I don't know.
We'll have to come up with some kind of name.
Yeah. A rabbit tractor.
Yeah. We had little rabbit tractors.
Yeah. They would dig a hole every day.
Every day. And now in our yard, it's like every 3 or 4 feet, there's like a dip. Yeah. Every 3 or 4 feet, dip. It's where that rabbit had just decided, like, I'm going to get out of here today.
And I put some slats on the bottom, but I guess there was just enough space between them.
Yeah.
So they could dig.
Yeah. No. So they have a fence.
Yeah.
Anything else going on?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I haven't looked at my calendar, but I don't know what's going on this week. I'm hoping it's a fairly easy week. I've got to film a lot of stuff. I have footage for the Beaver Dam video that I'm gonna do. I hope if you watched it, I hope you liked our tree cutting video. That was fun and scary and terrifying, and it was to me.
I was a little nervous.
He was, and you admitted that on the video. So, but he didn't tell me that until after he was done. Yeah. He has all this confidence, like, I'm going to cut these trees and they're not going to land on our house that we just remodeled. And then when it's all said and done, he's like, man, I was sweating. I was pretty nervous about that one. I'm like, thank you. But it didn't hit the house. You can go watch it. It was really, it's a really cool video, I think. We've gotten a lot of good feedback on that video. But we're going to do, the Beaver Dam video, and then I've got to film the rest of our reveal stuff. I've got tomorrow morning after I clean the floors, I hope to, if it's nice outside and the light's good, I want to film these rooms so we can do some reveals from our remodel. We did our bathroom reveal. And I have at least one person a day say, where are the other rooms? Why haven't
Mhm.
I had a friend in person today say, every time you post something, I'm waiting on it to be that. So, so I got to get those done so I can do it. I got to go. Thank you for coming and chatting with us. Talk to you later. But other than that, it's my last week of Whole30. Not that I'm going to go nuts when I come off of Whole30. I say it like, countdown. It's really not. And yep, more of the same. School, work, and farming.
Yep.
You got anything else?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight, and we will be here again next Saturday night at 9:00. So send us your questions during the week if you have any, or just come and hop on next week at 9:00, and we'll see you then. Talk to you later.
See you later.
Bye.